us. And your disgusting Christian preachers, they follow the white man. That's why we destroy, because we are Christians. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are shooting and fighting and killing and raping each other and selling each other drugs because we are Christians. Our disgusting Christian preachers are the problem of our people.
You can't blame the crack baby for being a crack baby, or the brother selling drugs to impress his old lady. You gotta cite the source, Ronald Reagan in the 80s, Nixon in the 60s, shipping it by the Navy. 21st century, modern day slavery. They took us out the cotton field for blood, money, rotten deal. Now we gotta stop the wheel of fortune. It's a plot to kill an orphan like Morton, we the salt. Then the prophet still exists in the midst of the abyss. Never lost, we the sauce. Say we breaking niggas off with that uncut, bro. Pure truth, never stepped off. This is that Supreme 93 plus Teflon. Exxon Mobil, they get shit cause we vocal. Yeah, we on the block, but our network is mobile. Dismissing Quasimodo ain't something you do solo. Been a monkey on your back since Jean-Claude Polo. For you it's just a problem, to me it's been a problem. Consider all the time and the money and the shit we could've bought. Instead of soldiers getting slaughtered, charges brought up. My nigga, you should call us, extending the break. For you it's just a problem, to me it's been a problem. Consider all the time and the money and the shit we could've bought. Instead of soldiers getting slaughtered, charges brought up. My nigga, you should call us, extending the break. These crackers put the needle in a vein and rock the cradle to the grave. The chemical they whipping is for evil, not to aid. Flood the market through the media, our people can't evade. So it's fuck you, pay me until I DOA. It's either in your DNA or you work with the DEA. The district attorney want a nigga MIA, not the city and the state or the county on this day. They praise your people in a race, so you got zero chips to play. Whole family dismay, no moral compass or brigade. Sons and daughters filled with rage until the feelings dissipate. The streets ain't raised nobody like they say. Either you with the UPK or you a victim of the game. Going without a trace of edges gets rolled off a tape. They call this shit a hustle, but really you're getting raped. The colder the case, the more I'm ablaze. And pray the Lord and curses me and save another Joe. It's just a problem, to me it's been a problem. Consider all the time and the money and the shit we could've bought. Instead of soldiers getting slaughtered, charges brought up. My nigga, you should call us, extending the break. For you it's just a problem, to me it's been a problem. Consider all the time and the money and the shit we could've bought. Instead of soldiers getting slaughtered, charges brought up. My nigga, you should call us, extending the break.
Trust in learning word, trusting in lying word, like that disgusting Prince sell-off Martin Luther King got integrated neighborhoods. And guess what happened? They turned into projects. Now the white man flooded them with crack, flooded them with heroin, flooded them with guns, let you murder each other for 20 years. Now he legalized weed. After all your fathers and sons and nephews is doing life without parole in prison for selling drugs.
Technology has evolved so rapidly over the last couple of years.
Take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining work. No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough and recreate the flow. They think they making know what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Fam, leave you unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man. I swayed the tam like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shot to David Berkowitz. Pushing a different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. They say it's not, no, not the actor, but the year he's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turned his words to mirth from Babel.
Travel card. What?
Front lines is 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on guy bones, so I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice, you vouching for the enemy, but look, my father ain't have a father, cause of dope, I'm anti-politics, cause Christ died from a fault. The richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they related, smoking weed to get stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vesture dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating watch they brothers starve. No way I can serve another God. I give my love cause my brother's lost. Christians eating watch they brothers starve.
Alright, we about to get started.
That's the one you thought that might pop back out for a second.
Oh,
Schools out of heaven and
see that, Camp Cal?
I said con, but the call dropped, so we might be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Oh, come
So I'll jump back in. I just want to make some more come in.
Oh, come on, what's on All right, Shalom Israel. Y'all know what it is. It's another Sharpen the Sword radio show. And I'm your host, Captain DeGog, aboard the ISPK, under Commander Jimmy Hanna. And I got my main man in the building with me. Got Officer Aban Azar in this bitch holding it down. Got Officer Kunayaga boy in this bitch holding it down. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to talk about a couple of things. We got a couple of articles. And we're going to talk about last night's discussion. Man, you understand? It kind of got a little LGBTQ-ish on DMG side. You know what I'm saying? Man, all them images, bro. I just can't believe that the brother tried to deny, you know what I'm saying, any of that stuff, man. I can't, you know, he wasn't being honest with it, you know. A man impregnating himself, that's gay. Masturbating, having his kids, then make a picture with your sperm going out to all these other little images that's men. You know what I'm saying? And he said that means that they utilize his sperm to populate. Oh, okay. And that ain't gay? You understand? And he still, hey, you see, he still ain't answered that one with Gabe laying on the ground. He got his ass in the air. He got his damn rod shooting in his mouth. You see, he still ain't answered that one. You know, and guess what? I understand why. You know what I'm saying? Man, I wouldn't want to speak up in behalf of that filthy mess either. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to do it. Okay? But let's see. You should have the order. It should be coming. We're going to get these couple of articles real quick. And then we're going to talk about that discussion. Yeah. I said, damn, I even saw the rainbow in DMG background last night, too. I said, damn, the brother got the rainbow back there. I saw it blinging in the back. Oh, and then he had to take his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? He had to have a wife beat on. You know what I mean? He had to get half dressed for the discussion. Bro, put some clothes on. Good night.
Come on, you had to tell him to put on some clothes for the discussion?
Man, oh no, he ain't do it.
Good night.
He did not do it. Yep.
This just goes to show you, nobody actually takes coming out with the truth seriously but the ISUPK. Like,
All right, absolutely.
well, nobody takes it seriously, man. You wouldn't show up to a meeting with these devils, you know what I'm saying, in a t-shirt and a white beard.
Right,
you know
right.
You wouldn't even do that. You wouldn't even do that if you worked from home and y'all was on Zoom meetings. You wouldn't show up with a t-shirt on, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm. God, absolutely. You got the articles?
Come, sir.
Okay, hold on one second. We about to get started. Kunaya. Go ahead, brother. Read that first article.
Oh,
Damn, sound like you work from home too, Q.
nah, sir, stay doing the work of the Lord.
Hey, you feel me?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
You're not American.
Nice loud word.
You're not American. Woman's ugly racist attack shocks PA pizzeria employee.
It ain't shocked me. You know what I'm saying? It's how these devils really feel about us. Go ahead.
In a widely shared video taken at a Pennsylvania pizzeria, a white woman harassed a cashier because a television in the restaurant was tuned to a Spanish language channel.
So more than likely, this was this brother was from the tribe of Issachar. You know what I'm saying? He what's a famous little show or Telemundo?
Right.
Hey, he at work watching Telemundo. You understand? And this devil went berserk. Go ahead, keep reading.
In the clip, filmed at Amy's Pizzeria, an Italian restaurant in Philadelphia suburb of Hatboro, according to the New York Post, the woman can be seen demanding her money back from the perplexed employee, who occasionally glances back at his fellow employees for support.
Oh, you wasn't getting no help. You know what I'm saying? They don't never help no nigga, man. You understand? And guess what? In this case, the tribe of Issachar, whoever, more than likely who that was, or it could have been Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a Puerto Rican. We don't know. You understand? But they turned around. He looking for help. Somebody to help him. And guess what? Nobody. You know what I mean? And this is what actually happens to us. To where we turn around and we get harassed. We get killed. And everybody just standing around and recording on their damn phone. You know? Everybody just sitting and watches the event. You know? But they never reach out a hand and help. You know? And try to stop one of these devils from going berserk. Go ahead, keep reading.
Constantly digging into her purse, she ran it at him, saying, "What's wrong with that is you're not American, dude."
You're not American, dude. You understand? You're not American. And guess what? We know that. And you gonna show us every time you see us. You understand? They are going to make sure that we do not get comfortable here and try to fit in and be an American as if we're one of them. You understand? We ain't gonna never feel comfortable here. I don't even see how black people are really trying to. I can't see how anyone is trying to be comfortable here. You know what I mean? We should be working together to get the hell up out of here. Because who wants to keep going through this mess everywhere we go? And here you are, you a man too. You understand? And here you are feeling emasculated at work. You understand? You got this devil, you got this woman screaming and yelling at you about you ain't American. He know that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's proud to be an American racist and a murderer more than you. You know? And what else did she say?
I will look you the F up and get you the F out of our town.
Man, I'll get you up out of here. You know? This how they really feel about us, man. All of them. Whether they say it or not. You know? Whether you go clock in to work and you actually have a good day at work. You have a good week. You got a good job, period. You go there and guess what, man? You don't have that many problems. You don't have no issues. They still feel this way about you. And you better remember that.
Right.
You better remember that, boy. You understand? You better damn remember that because they are not going to let you forget it. Told him, I'll look you up and get you the F out of our town. Because guess what? This place ain't made for us. It's their town. It's their city. It's their state. It's their country. You understand? This is their kingdom, man. And let them have it. Meanwhile, we should be coming together. You understand? Building up our own pizzerias. You know what I mean? To where you ain't got to worry about this happening right here. Somebody come in, running their mouth, oh, you can get up out of here. You understand? The damn manager ain't even do nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
The manager just letting this go down instead of coming out and find, like, what's going on? Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, man, we got to get up out of here with that. You understand? You got to get up out of here with that. Nah, they probably ain't say nothing because guess what? They want her to keep buying them pieces. You know what I mean? They'll get rid of Telemundo. You understand? When it all boiled down, they'll get rid of Telemundo. Why? So Amy can come back in there and buy her some more pieces. Okay, what else she say? Was that it? Oh, go ahead.
F you, give my money back. I'm not giving my money to some illegal immigrant. You got
Good
Spanish on your TV. That's a F you to Americans, dude. My father was a World War II veteran, okay? His friends and family. So you can sit here right now and make money. And you're going to do this kind of SHIT.
Good night. Hey, now, you mean tell me that these people are not the devil? You mean tell me that they not the devil out?
Right.
You see some good in them. You understand? She going back on, like, I know that dude was standing there looking at like, what, like, lady, I was just making your pizza. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell is your problem? You know? That's what he looking like. He don't know what the hell she talking about the world war. Who gives a damn? You understand? But the point is, what's it say, father or grandfather?
Grandfather.
Her grandfather.
Her father.
Her father fought for this country for them, not you to be over here making no money. You ain't supposed to be over here making no money. You supposed to be a slave. You are supposed to be picking cotton. That's what you are supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be working the field, you understand, barely with any shoes on, any clothes on, looking just as scraggly as can be. That's how you are supposed to be in this place. Not in some establishment working and making money. You understand? That's not what this place, making America great again is about making you a slave again.
Right.
You understand? That's what that's all about. It ain't about you doing good in this land, because they don't want that to happen. Go on, jump to the next one. They do not want that to happen. They want you to be homeless, be broke. They don't want you to have no car. They really hate that niggas drive Cadillacs out. You know what I'm saying? I be hearing it all the time. How you drive a Cadillac and you get food stamps? You stay in the projects. They've been talking about black folks like that for the longest. But you remember that picture I posted in that trailer park where they had what was that, a Range Rover? They pulled up at the Range Rover with at the trailer park out. I said, oh, ain't that something? You got a Range Rover in the trailer park talking about black people with Cadillacs in the projects. But like I said, that just goes to show you, man, how they truly feel about us. They hate us truly and deeply to the core. You know what I mean? They turn around, and this woman had to break down her whole family lineage and who served in the military and who got what honor and who fought what war and how many soldiers got killed and how many enemies they killed. And you know what I'm saying? She's breaking the whole damn thing down. Right there in a pizza place. 15, 20 minutes to pick up your pizza, and you got to break all this down to this man and disrespect him at the same time. Tell him, I'll look you the fuck up and get you the fuck out of here. That's what she said. That's ridiculous. You got it ready? Come on with it up.
Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya, gets legal name and gender change.
His daughter. You understand? His daughter. That's disgusting. Now, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, man, those are two pitiful people, man.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Did you see him on the Image Awards last night?
Who? Dwayne or
both of them?
Zara? Nah.
Dwayne and his wife.
I ain't seen it.
Oh, man, they put this whole spiel in, basically explaining why they're going to be the face of LBGTQXYZ from here on out.
I can believe it.
Yeah, they and the audience wasn't even applauding to what they were trying to push. They weren't really applauding to it, but you know who was applauding? The black woman.
Oh, you already know.
That was the only people who was clapping.
She's just as silly and as simple as she can be. You know what I'm saying? She don't care nothing about nobody but her own happiness. So whatever makes somebody else happy is fine. Now, what's going to end up happening is when somebody come and turn your son out.
Right.
You understand? Then you're going to turn around and you're going to start thinking about that. You're going to start thinking about it all the time when you say, man, hey, people gay and, you can't help who you love and, God made you that way and all the other excuses that they make, like this one sister, I remember some years ago on one of my contracts, they started pushing that gay mess in the in the contract. They started celebrating the Pride Parade in some of my contracts, right? And me and this sister, we was talking about that, and she was like, "Oh man, I go to them all the time." I said, "You gay?" She was like, "Oh hell no, I love men." She got a man and all that. She said, "But I mean, they cool. I said, oh my God." You know what I mean? She's talking about how cool they are. When they are extremely violent, they're not cool at all. They are not cool at all. Domestic violence is through the roof in the LGBTQ community. It's through the roof. That's all they do is sit and fight all day and all night. That's all they do. They got a point to prove to other women. The men do. And the women got points to prove to the goddamn men. It's a sister that I know that moved from Florida to here. She was like, man, she said, the gay stuff got so bad for me and my man down there in Florida. He said that the lesbians was walking right up in his face, in this man's face, trying to holler at his woman. She said we had to move back to St. Louis with the quickest. She said, because I ain't want my man to turn around and have to hurt nobody down there. You know what I'm saying? She said they did that quite often. The women came on strong, like, damn, how you doing, baby? Can I get that number and all this? And she like, damn, you don't see my man right here? The brother started speaking up. She said, well, one of them, he spoke up and was like, hold on, you don't see me right here? The lesbian told him, man, let her speak for herself. I said, oh my God. You know? Now, what can you do other than like grab her by her neck and choke slam her for disrespecting you like that? You know what I mean? You a whole man, and here you come, you trying to holler at this man's woman in front of him. And then you tell him to be quiet, let her speak for herself. Like, that is ridiculous, you know. But that sister said wherever she was at, now I can't remember where she was at in Florida, but she said it was so bad down there, that's what they was doing, you know. In his face, they would be together, they would be out, and she was like, man, I just got tired of them trying, you know, she was, you know, a real attractive sister, you know, and she was like, I just got tired of them with that, you know, approaching me all the time thing, you know. And she said she had to move back to St. Louis, you know. And like I said, this is crazy. But the black woman, she befriends them all the time, you know. And then when you find out your man is sleeping with that gay friend of yours, then you're gonna be upset,
Right.
you know. Then you're gonna be upset. You're gonna learn one day not to accept things that we should not accept, you know. Now, I'm not saying go to them and be like, oh, you ain't supposed to be gay. You ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be no lesbian. Don't, you know, do all of that. You know, but you shouldn't accept it. You understand? You should stay clean away from that mess. You know what I'm saying? If your children or your mother or brother or aunt or daddy or whoever, you know, is homosexual or lesbian, you should shun them. That's what you should do. You should shun them, and they just might, especially with you know, saying your loved ones, right? They turn around and they just might turn back around. You never know. You know what I mean? But the more you accept it, talking about what's that line up? I love you unconditionally.
Right.
Man, damn that. My children can't come home and get no unconditional love from me talking about some they homosexual or lesbian. You get nothing. You understand? You get nothing but the door. You understand? The way you came in is the way you about to get up out of here. You understand? You ain't finna be bringing no dudes home. You a man. You finna bringing no dudes home. To my daddy, this is my what they call them? Let's say partners or something. What they say? Nah, you ain't finna be no partners, no male or no. Oh no, I'm not playing that. You understand? If you want your daddy in your life, for all my kids, if you want your daddy in your life, you definitely ain't gonna be gay or lesbian, cause that's gonna be the last day that I see you. And I mean that. My sons, I ain't raising no punks or no carpet munchers. Ain't that what they call them?
Kind.
Neither one. You understand? I remember my mother told me, son, I ain't kiss you a lot because I ain't want you to be soft and be no sissy. I remember mom telling me that, you know, and then I thought about it and said, oh, damn, you know what? I appreciate that. You know what, Mom? The water. You understand? That's what I told my mama. I said, oh, okay, I understand now. You know? But that's crazy. Come on with it. Read some more.
Former NBA star Dwayne Wade's daughter Zaya has been granted a legal name and gender identity change. Mm-hmm. The 15-year-old has been using the name Zaya for more than 2 years.
15 years old. This is disgusting. This has the oppressor all over it, man. You understand? Since when have our children been interested in changing their identity? When mothers and fathers have been raising our children to be proud of who they are, to love themselves. They know what we say? What we do? Love yourself. You gotta hate yourself if you want to be the opposite. You gotta hate yourself. Fresh Prince. What's his name? I I forgot his name just that quick.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, his son. What's his name? The one he said he wanted to mutilate his damn penis. Now he said he ain't want a penis no more.
Kind.
What's his name?
That boy name is
I forget. You know what I'm talking about.
Jaden.
Huh? Jaden. Yeah. Jaden and Jada. Yeah. Jaden Smith. That boy said he wanted to mutilate his penis. He don't even want it, man. You understand? Now, what did happen to this young man in order for him to say something like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's terrible. You know? Because I can remember coming up, you know, that's all I wanted was a girl. I used to love girls.
Right.
Be on the playground playing. Man, I was in love with all the little girls on the playground. Not looking at myself, hating me. My mother told me, she said, boy, love yourself. You understand? That right there has been being pushed in the black community since forever, since I've been alive, and since before that, you know. So this is terrible. He has been granted a name and a gender change. He 15 years old.
Kind.
And they letting little kids. He ain't the youngest. They letting children younger than him decide on their gender and what bathroom they go in and all of that. Nah, man. I'm sorry. Ain't no man going in the bathroom with my daughter. We're in a public place, and I see a man going in. I'm stopping that. Nah, no, you're not. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm stopping that. You know, because that's disgusting, man. You understand? That is disgusting. We shouldn't be turning around and allowing such filth. I'm talking about in our community. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about going to the other nations of people, going to our oppressors, going to the Chinese and the Japanese and Korean and the Ukrainians. And I ain't talking about going to them, the Hamites, the Africans, and telling them what to do. You understand? But what we should do in our community is we should have some morals. We should have morals, and we should not allow certain things in our communities. Now that I am saying, you understand, putting a stop to certain things in our community, we should definitely do that. You know what I mean? That's disgusting as hell. Let's see. Is some more on that you want to read, or you fine with that?
The approval came over the objections of her mother, Wade's ex-wife.
Now, that sister right there got it right. She was not trying to allow her son to go through with this mess. He's a kid. You understand? He is a kid, and whatever may have happened to him to make him want to be a damn woman. And then they put some old new twist in there where he's supposed to change his gender, but then he gonna be with a girl. Am I right?
Kind.
Yeah. And the girl's supposed to change her gender to be with him. Like, come on, man. Come on. They actually, it was a damn, what was that on? I can't remember, but it's a little short documentary out about a couple like that did that already. You understand? Because when he brought that up, I looked it up, and I think it's a brother and a devil. The brother turned around, changed himself to be a woman, and the man, the white. Wait a minute. The white woman turned herself to be a man to be with the brother. Yeah, like disgusting, man. Disgusting, confusion, it's sick. You know what I mean? And no kid should be allowed to change his gender. You know, that devil that came out with that white woman that said her son wanted to be a girl and she allowed it.
Right.
That's where a lot of that mess started from. You know? And from there, here it is. Now they got gender fluid bathrooms and all this nonsense with all gender bathrooms. Like that's not how that should go. You know? That's not how this should go. There's going to be some problems in those bathrooms. Hell, there's already problems in public bathrooms. Remember the story we brought out with that on the show, the people that we around, you know what I'm saying, and the devil that had his woman in the bathroom taking pictures of the little girl while they using it.
Kind.
Yeah, disgusting, man. They already doing stuff. You gotta watch out for men and women when they come to that mess. And now you gonna let everybody just go in the bathroom together? Like, come on, man. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem. Okay. Now jump to the next one. Now let's get to this is the last one, and they'll talk about yesterday's discussion. That's terrible. As a father, I can't even imagine, giving my child their way like that. You know what I mean? To where they say that they want to do such a thing, like change their sex. You know what I'm saying? Your sex was already decided for you. Like, you came out a girl. You came out a boy. There is no deviating from that. There is no changing that. And man, and just teaching, just a man teaching his son, especially in today's time where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of children are being raised without their father. This will be the time to show your son, you know what I'm saying, what a wonderful thing it is to be a damn black man. You understand? Of course, we ain't black. I'm just saying that, we're Israelites, but it's a wonderful thing to be who we are. You a goddamn man. It's wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love being a man. Would never want to be a woman. Would want some women though. Want some all day and all night. But I don't want to be one. All that bleeding stuff, I can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? Women can't decide on what they want to wear to work in the day. Good night.
It's not pulling up. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone.
What happened?
It's not pulling up.
That the last article?
Kind.
Let me see. Damn, I just had it. I see it now. The link ain't popping up on mine either. No. Man, I started coming down with a little cold last night. Hey.
I got it.
I think my kid. Oh, you got it? Okay. Most sign crash. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. Read it. Let me see what you got.
More than 6,000 people killed in gun violence so far in 2023.
You got it. Come on with it.
Shootings have continuously made headlines in just the first 2 months of the year.
The first 2 months of the year. So you see what we looking toward? They waiting on that little groundhog to come up out the ground to see if it's gonna be cold or hot. You know what I'm saying? See if winter gonna last until this time, or spring gonna come early and all that nonsense. But they bringing them goddamn guns out. You understand? While you waiting on the groundhog to come out, they coming out with guns and violence just for the first 2 doggone months. And what did it say? Over 6,000 people murdered already? Do the gun
6,278.
Go ahead and read it.
So far, 6,278 people
Nice loud word.
have been died from gun violence this year in the U.S. as of February the 23rd. which is roughly an average of 116 deaths each day.
116 deaths each day. That's a lot of people out. You understand? That's a lot of people being murdered. You understand? Every single day. Like, that's crazy. Come on, keep reading.
Deaths by suicide made up the vast majority of gun violence deaths this year, 56%. The nonprofit gun violence tracker reports there's been an average of 66 deaths by suicide per day in 2023.
Say it again. How many deaths?
66.
By what?
66 deaths by suicide per day.
66 deaths by suicide a day. Hey, that's a lot of people killing themselves, huh? Hey, if only they had the truth. You know what I mean? If only they would come to class. You know, we could save our brothers and sisters. Those numbers would be zero in our community. You know what I mean? If we actually served the Most High. You know, it was a shame when it's the start of COVID, man. That first young sister that killed herself out in, what was it, California? We brought that article out. That little sister ended up killing herself due to not being able to handle, you know, the change, you know what I'm saying, the COVID-19, sitting in the house versus being outside, you know, having to wear a mask, you know, versus, you know, not wearing a mask. You know, sad thing, man. I believe the little sister was about 15, 16. She was an athlete. Pretty little girl, man. You understand? But, like I said, we are off, you know, in our parenting, in the way we do things. We off on every doggone thing. And the main source of us being off is because we don't obey our God. That's our bigger problem. You understand? You got all these other problems, right? But the biggest problem that we have is that we don't obey God. You know, Negroes is spiritual as hell. Love going to church and singing and dancing and doing all that stuff, going to Sunday school and choir rehearsal, all this nonsense. Y'all love doing that, but you hate to obey. And this is why we have the problems that we have. This is why all of these murders is happening in the black community. You know, last year, wasn't it about 2 a day in St. Louis? It was so high. It was damn near like 2 murders every day last year. And you wonder why this place is murder capital, made murder capital consecutively. How many years in a row? Wasn't it almost 10?
Yes, sir.
Almost 10 years in a row. Back to back to back to back to back. Here we are, the murder capital. Just sitting around murdering each other. And there was a lot of sisters that got murdered too last year.
Kind.
A whole bunch of them last year got murdered. It was more, I believe it was more sisters that got killed last year than anything. You know? Now what in the hell is going on to where that's taking place? You know? That's ridiculous. You know? But I don't want none of our brothers and sisters to be murdered at all. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, if you get off the drugs, if you whatever evil thing that you're doing, where you feel like the only way and the only option that you have is to take another brother or sister's life, then you definitely need to be in ISUPK. You definitely need to be in here, and you need to learn how to be a brother. Well, first you need to learn how to not be a goddamn murderer, not be a criminal. You know? You're out there stealing from one another, and then the only thing that the other can think of is to come and kill you for the thing that you stole. You done loaned somebody some drug money. This brother, some years back, I remember this case like it was yesterday. But this brother fronted some cats, some dope, and turned around, he didn't pay him, and he sent the word out, oh yeah, I'm getting them for my money. And they ended up setting them up on Euclid and I can't think of where they said, but up in this area. in this area. I can't remember where it was at exactly, but right up off of Euclid, they set the brother up, shot him with 2 AK-47, unloaded both clips on him out. They made sure that he wasn't gonna kill them. They called him and said, "Look, man, we got your money and we want to buy something else." Now, see, if black men would stop selling drugs, none of that shit right there would happen.
Right.
Those brothers wouldn't have got threatened. They wouldn't have felt the need to not pay him back and all this nonsense. I'm not saying, pay what you owe. I'm saying stop selling drugs. Stop getting fronted. Stop loaning and borrowing. Stop all of that. You understand? You won't have to deal with none of that. I know a brother that almost got shot by his grandfather. His grandfather almost shot him out over some drugs. It was, and the grandfather didn't even do drugs. It was his woman. It was the woman. Let me see. The woman had was getting the dope fronted from the grandson's cousin, right? And so the grandson and the cousin was riding around this day, and then he see her. He's like, "Hold on, man, let me out." He said she owed me about $500, And he turned around and get out, whoop her right there, and then they go around the corner to the grandfather's house. She come from around the corner, beat up, eyes swole, head like a pumpkin and everything else. And she yells out, he hit me. And he pulled out a gun on his grandson, about to shoot his goddamn grandson over this drug addict. You understand? So, I mean, it was ridiculous, man, the things that will go on, behind these drugs. And you don't think that you need to stop. It's already, as she was prostituting. And they turned around and found her head cut off in one of these vacant buildings around here too, off of Page, I believe. You understand? Something happened to her. She did something to somebody, something bad, and they chopped her head off and left her stinking in a vacant building over some drugs, I'm sure. There was another sister that I know, she got her head chopped off and left. They turned around and had her body in one spot and had her head in a washing machine over in East St. Louis, in the East St. Louis laundromat, over some drugs. Like, this is crazy. This stuff would not be going on in our community if we would not be doing the drugs. And we definitely need to stop. But I'm going to finish the article till the brother get back. Oh, he back already. Come on with it, all right?
Con, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
Of those who died from gun violence this year, 227 were teens and 36 were children.
That's terrible. The kids is even getting it too. All them different articles. You saying there was several teenagers that they got murdered around here. Right here in the city, man. Several teenagers. One, I think the most recent one was getting carjacked. I think he was about 16, 17. And I believe they was trying to carjack him and they shot him and killed him. Like, this is crazy, man. And what needs to happen is you got to put the guns down. You got to know that the person that you drawing that gun on, that's your brother. That's your sister. The babies, that's your little brother or little sister. God damn. Remember when that baby got killed right here outside the school?
God.
Half a block, not even half a block. You know what I'm saying? A couple 100 feet right here at the field.
Con.
Right outside. That's when Clara almost got shot. Clara was standing next to the girl. Clara was standing, a sister that we know, was standing right next to her when the gunshots rang out and turned around and she almost got dropped too. She was standing right next to the child when she got shot. I know that's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that was terrible, terrible, terrible to witness that. You know what I mean? To witness that baby. How old was she? Like 6 or 8?
Yeah,
between the age of 6 and 8 years old. All because whoever these people are got beef with the other people that was there at the game, and they turned around and started shooting at each other and killed the doggone child. They never hit who they. Don't black people understand that they not good criminals yet?
Right.
Do they watch First 48?
Man.
God damn. You know, you're not a good criminal, man. You're just not. That's why you always get caught. It's not that snitches get stitches. You're just not a good criminal, man. Half time you snitch on yourself. And then what the show about? Within the first 48 hours, you've been snitched on your damn self. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. But go ahead. We got a little more on it.
All
right, come on with it.
196 people shot by police, fatally shot by police, 52 killed in unintentional shootings, and there have been 84 mass shootings in 2023.
In 2023. How many mass shootings?
84.
84 mass shootings. And that's just within 2 months' time. You would think that's the stats for a whole year. You know what I mean? You would think that. But it's not. It's for 2 months. And one of the months ain't even a whole month.
Right.
One of the months ain't even a whole month. And the second month ain't even over with. Like, the month not even, it's not like we're in the third month talking about the first two. We still within the second one.
Right.
We still in the second one. And how many, 6,200, what's the number again? Of murders due to gun violence?
6,278.
That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. And far too many people. You know? Far too many people. We got some more?
Sloggy, that's pretty much
that was
it.
All right, most times. Right.
Sloggy.
Go ahead, brother.
The majority of that is the oppressor, ain't it?
What?
Or the murders.
The murders? It could be. It didn't specify which, but yeah, it could be.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it could be.
Yeah,
the point.
I believe so. If I'm mistaken, I believe I've looked at that statistic already this year. And numbers, I believe. Yeah, I believe if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to say for sure. Yeah. I believe if I'm not mistaken, majority of that comes from the oppressor himself. Even the numbers for suicides, most of them come from the oppressor.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't doubt it. You know, but the point I'm making is in our community, you know what I mean, where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand, where we reside, the number should be 0. You know, crime should be 0. You know, black on black, Hispanic on Hispanic, Native Indian on Native Indian, or mix them all up. You understand? It should be 0. The sale of drugs in our community should be 0. Prostituting should be 0. You understand? Going to strip clubs should be 0. You know, molesting children should be 0. You know, and speaking of that, I was watching this case where this sister, little young sister, man, like 16 years old, went missing on her 16th birthday by her mother's boyfriend. You understand? Turned around left the house with this man at 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I ain't blaming it on the baby. I'm saying she left with him. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that it was some kind of force. You know, like maybe like gun or something. So just whatever it is, it just didn't sound right for him to wake this baby up out of her sleep 1 in the morning talking about his friend car stopped on him and go, why don't you take your woman with you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's how you feel. Or why don't you just go by yourself and pick up your damn friend? You know, but he ended up killing this dude, and she knew. You understand? She knew because she lied and claimed both of them had disappeared, but then they caught her and him together after. You know what I mean? So whatever happened, she was in on it. And she knew, you understand? I'm pretty sure that, you know, this brother did something to that little girl. You know what I'm saying? And the mother playing like she all on the news. She all on the news crying and, you know, got a picture holding it up and come home and all this kind of mess. You know what I mean? When she was in on it from the start. You know? So that right there, molestation and murder and rape and all that nonsense needs to be zero in the black community. You know, did you hear the sister last night, Quinayat, say that we teach that you can rape women?
Dang.
I said, oh my God, man. Like, you gotta know what you talking about and who you talking to first before you just start throwing things out there. You know what I'm saying? We are in no way, shape, form, or fashion. We don't teach you can rape nobody.
Right.
You understand? It's unlawful to rape anybody. It's unlawful to break. I remember a brother came to class one time, and look, I ain't seen him since then. Little young brother was coming to class and asked me, he said, excuse me, he said, is it okay to steal from white people? I told, hell no, you ain't gonna be stealing from nobody. You understand? The Most High didn't say just don't steal from your brothers and sisters. It say thou shalt not steal, period.
And Salaki, if I
Go
could,
ahead.
the sisters always talking about, somebody said they could be raped. Let's put this out there. It is unlawful to rape a man too.
Oh yeah.
You sisters.
Yeah.
You sisters don't think brothers is up on y'all, but we know that y'all like to take it too. Mm-hmm. You understand? So let that be known. We don't condone no rape on nobody.
Yep.
You understand?
Damn right. It get
all our women are gotten by consent.
It get taken from me all the time. Can I report that? No, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, like I said, if we were to keep the Most High laws, we wouldn't have these issues, man. Our children, they would be safe. You know what I'm saying? If we turned around and the way that we feel about each other's children in the UPK, man, it's a wonderful feeling being around brothers that I can actually trust. You know what I'm saying? Around my women and my children, I done had brothers that I didn't even know at the time, but feel the same way that I do about the law. You understand? And as I was getting to know the brother, he around my family and everything, and guess what happened? Nothing. You understand? Right. The brother looked after them, you understand, as if it was his own family. And I do the same thing. You understand? When I'm around my brother's wives, I don't want them to feel weird. I don't want them to feel like I'm looking at them too long, staring at them. I don't do none of that. You understand? So they children, one second. They children, guess what? They can play. I'm going to make sure that they outside, they don't get hit. You understand? That they don't get snatched. They don't get hurt. None of that. Not looking at them as if, you know, nah, we don't do that in here. Like I said, that's a wonderful feeling, man. You know, right. And if our people out there in the world knew and would come grab some of this, oh my God, you know, our children would be safe. You know, they'll be able to play in their backyards, you know, and not have to worry about some stranger hiding behind a goddamn tree. You know, some weirdo ice cream truck come down the street talking about do you want some ice cream or some candy? Right. Some old weirdo. You know what I mean? they'll be safe, and we all thought alike. You know, we ain't gonna be alike. You gonna like what you like, I like what I like, but guess what? We're gonna think alike. You understand? We're gonna think alike, and that we can do. And we do that in the ISUPK. We
That's
think
right.
alike in here. You understand? I know my brothers love their ribs just as well as I love mine. We ain't even gotta talk about that. You understand? I know his is off limits. He know mine is off limits.
Right.
They children off limits. Mine off limits. We don't have those issues in here. I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got them problems in here. I done been around my brother Obama's pretty little princess. You understand? And not once do we have to side out. You like, dude, hold on, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't looking at them. Obama that been around my kids. Look at her. I ain't thought twice about it. I know Obama gonna make sure they come back straight.
Right.
You know? Same with Q and all the rest of my brothers that I done been around. And the sisters too. You know? I don't feel not one, like I said, Q, you know, like, oh, what the hell was I doing with that damn door? What that nigga saying to my stuff? Hey, look at her. I ain't had to think about that not one time, Mark, and I love it. But go ahead, Q.
No, I was just gonna say I think DMG need to be in here. So he can understand right now what it means when it says that his a brother's love, a man's love could pass the love of a woman. You understand?
Man.
I love my brother enough to not want his woman. You understand? I love my brother enough to not try his children and try to be some sexual deviant, you understand, to my brothers and their family. You understand? That's what it means for a man's love.
Right, damn right. Oh, did you freeze? Damn, I think when he froze.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, you good. You froze for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I believe that's the brother. The brother is so confused about what's in the Bible because he's trying to get what's in the Bible through these oppressors in their article. You know what I mean?
Right.
And their pseudo scholarship instead of coming to the men of the Lord who are actually the authority over the Bible. You know what I mean? Like what we teach in the Bible preserves a man's home, preserves his relationship with his woman and his brothers. You know what I'm saying? If men understand that they need to love their brothers more than they love women, a lot of us wouldn't be in the cemeteries right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
People are dead behind a woman.
Right.
You understand? For the love of a woman or another man's woman, for that matter.
Yeah.
You understand that we fill up the cemetery. But brothers can't understand simple concepts like this because their minds are so destroyed by the oppressor in this society, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That brother need to come on up off of Kemet, you know what I'm saying, which ain't solved nothing. Tell him to ask Kemet, how do we get the black man off of crack?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tell him to ask Kemet, how in the hell do we keep black brothers out of these penitentiaries and being incarcerated and destroyed? You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Kemet can't give us an answer. You know what I mean? He gonna tell us some spiritual nonsense about one of the dog gods or some old nonsense that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. When the Lord has simple and plain laws to make sure that our people are straight. You understand? To make sure our people stay in love with one another, man. You know what I'm saying? But them Kemet gods give you all kind of leverage and room to do and serve your own lust, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's all I ask, sir.
Oh, God, he gonna say, since the God of the Bible don't have a woman, he said he'll follow Kemet any day. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. You understand? I'm not sitting here wondering like why God don't have a wife.
Right.
He told me I can have as many as I want. That's all I care about. You understand?
Right.
That's what he told me I could do. You understand? He told me to be fruitful and multiply. You understand? And I'm at 10 working on 20. I'm like Nick Cannon. You understand? Me and Nick racing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Nick racing. You understand?
Right.
I'm trying to see where I can drop some triplets at and one up him. You understand? With his 12. You understand? And come with me at 13. You know what I mean? But that was. Hey, you right though, Kunaya. That was completely ridiculous what he brought out, and was trying to turn around and make those, like, he read those articles. First he started with Naomi and Ruth. You know what I mean? Like, nothing was gay about what they did. He didn't even read it. He just went to those articles, these people that's trying to push that nonsense. If there was something gay in the Bible, I would admit to it. I would admit to it because I've read it. You understand? I read it. And if it was something gay, like I said, I admit it. Our people have gone off and been gay and been lesbian. There are scriptures in there where it talks about that, right? So I'm not messed up about that part. But the Bible don't have no gay undertone. All this stuff that he was trying to pull, you know what I'm saying? Saying that, okay, these two people are gay. Then go to King David and Jonathan, talking about they gay. Then talking about going to Christ and the centurion, talking about they gay. You understand? Like, I mean, he was all over the place. It was terrible. He made himself look really bad last night. Because he could not explain why dude turned around and was laying on his back, had his butt in the air, and got his ding-a-ling shooting at his mouth. He couldn't explain that. Right. He gonna go to a text where a situation where somebody did turn around and was against the gay mess, but you got plenty of gay stuff on the walls. Right. You understand? You got plenty of gay stuff. The two men, Nankunhum, whatever his name is, and Newton Hotep, whatever his names is. The names is jacked up, but those two was seen nose to nose. And it says in Egyptian culture, that means they was kissing. Right. He's sitting here going, the Bible, I'm showing him where in the scripture, kiss, it don't mean kiss on the lips. It don't. The Bible is filled with symbolics and metaphors. He brought up Abraham, where Abraham said, put a hand under my thigh. I even went to the definition where it said hip or thigh. And ain't no man said to no other man, like, here, man, put your hand on my leg, like, rub my leg. That's not what it was talking about. He put his hand on his sword. That was some soldier shit, and he don't understand that, huh? Right. You understand? Putting his hand under his thigh. That thing that he read, talking about some, it meant his genitals. Like, I was, oh, come on, man. So here you is, you a whole soldier. And your thing is you want to turn around. They wasn't in the oppressor's military where they say don't ask, don't tell. You understand? This wasn't the oppressor's military. Now in his military, they might have had some balls in their hands. You understand? I can believe that about that military, but about Abraham, our patriarch, nope. You understand?
And Salakia.
Go ahead.
Like one thing about it is that they're trying to point out men who do not get worshipped anyway. Like the men that they try to point out in the Bible and say they were homosexuals or whatnot in these different situations. These are not men that we worship. You know what I'm saying? These are just the people who did what they were supposed to do prior to us, and we're supposed to learn from them. Right. But these are their God. The ones that they're supposed to worship and give praise and thanks to, you understand, that are in homosexual positions. You know what I'm saying? That are doing things that are homosexual. So you're supposed to worship a homosexual being. Yeah. Is what dead is. You understand? You're supposed to spit out creation after he took in his own semen. Yeah. That's you worshiping the so-called creator who's a homosexual. You understand? Like that's the whole thing about, like, your God is a homosexual. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we know men.
Oh, you froze again, Q.
Short, but we know men can be off. But your God, who is supposed to be all-knowing, has the all and the wherewithal to take his rod.
Oh, you
stick it in his, like, he thought to take his rod and put it in his mouth.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
You worship this homosexual from
Right. For real,
you know. It's terrible, man. It's terrible, the mind state. And what makes it so bad is that these brothers try so hard to come against the Bible and say that, we taking the white man's book and all that. But the white man is the one who translated the walls in Egypt.
right.
So anything that you
Absolutely.
get, and so-called thinking you're getting the knowledge, you think you're getting the knowledge of, Kemet, what's going on in Kemet, a white man gave you the translation.
Right.
So when you get done, you right there yourself is receiving the homosexuality translated from a white man. You know what I'm saying? He's telling you these were your gods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can say all you want, but he ain't translate that Bible and say that our God was a homosexual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't translate that Bible and say that our God made creation by doing some homosexual act with his rod.
Right.
But he's telling you that in Kemet. He's definitely telling you that in Kemet. That's what y'all believe in. Y'all try to cover all of these things. That's just a spiritual. That's not actually how it. We not even gonna metaphorically say something homosexual in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Christ said the kingdom of heaven was unlike a man. It was likened unto a man getting married to marry 10 wives. Not a man bending over to take 10 rods.
Right.
So at the end of the day, everything and all essence of Kemet is homosexual, man.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's just real.
It is. All of that mess. All of that. Like I said, the brother, he still cannot explain none of that. And I broke down every single thing that he asked. Answered every single thing. You understand? And all you had to do was just read. He missed the concept of Jonathan stripping off his clothes. You know what I mean? He missed that too. And when I took him to 17, where Jonathan didn't strip butt naked, man, that's not what it was talking about. I took the brother in the law to show him where we supposed to make pants to where you cover yourself. You understand? That's what the Lord said to do. He said, "What no pants in ancient Israel?" Yes, they was. You know what I'm saying? And they were called breeches. You understand? That's what they were called.
My grandma still used that term.
They to pull your breeches up. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. My grandfather, before he died, he used to say that same thing. You understand? He used to call them breeches. You understand?
Right.
And they was pants. Now, of course, the jeans and all of that stuff, came later.
Right.
And those are more modern, but they wore pants. And this was way before 1 Samuel. And what soldier, maybe the Romans was, because they had on them little skirts like them Egyptians, didn't they? So maybe they was butt naked up under them. You understand? How the hell you going to war with somebody and you got your rod and your ball swinging every doggone word?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like that's disgusting as hell. Come on with it.
You know that they used to, have homosexual. Them Greeks, they used to have that homosexual relationship in the military.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Build morale between, soldiers, so that you would be more inclined to die for your so-called brother on the field.
No.
Oh yeah.
Look. We ain't did nothing weird and gay at all, and I die for all of y'all. You understand?
Yeah, right.
We ain't did nothing gay. We ain't got no gay images in our school. You understand? We ain't got no ancient gay images. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got rods and a man seeming like what he gonna say to a tomb, taking his sperm and had his own. He impregnated himself, had his own kids, and then on that picture he's sending out all his sperm, and he said that he's giving his sperm to the men to utilize to populate. Like that ain't gay.
Man, that's
like that ain't gay. Come on, man. That's as gay as gay get. You know, but he had an answer for that though. You understand? He had an answer for that. You know, and he turned around all them images, man. He had an answer for it because he said it wasn't gay in Kim when it looked gay to me. You gotta.
That's the one thing about them images is that you can't deny what's drawn out. It's just like the videos we see of a black man getting beaten, shot down by these cops with no gun. You see that clearly. You understand? We can see clearly this is something homosexual. You try to read a verse in the Bible and then you try to hypothesize and make a thesis of what you think. You know what I mean? Because you can't prove it. You got to try to philosophize some homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what them authors of that pseudo wisdom and that pseudo scholarship he was reading. You know what I'm saying? They was surmising and hypothesizing and making theses. You know what I'm saying? But we can look at the wall and see this man is playing with his rod. We can look at the walls and see this man swallowing his own semen. You know what I'm saying? And then the story behind it is just, I mean, like, I don't get it. That just shows me something sexual deviant about you, that you had to play with your rod out of all the power and wisdom you're supposed to have as a creator of heaven and earth. You as Gab or Haru or whoever the hell you're supposed to be, you had to play with your rod to bring life and make the planets. And it's a bunch of nonsense. When the Lord, being a G that He is, you know what I'm saying, being the man of war that He is, He spoke and it was done.
Damn right.
Your God got to play with himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My God is a G. He spoke and it's done. That's the kind of man I want to be. I'll give an order and it's done. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to bust a move. I want to sit on this throne and give these commands and these orders and it get done. Yours on the other end want to sit on it. Well, he don't even want to sit. He want to bend over and good damn. And you fought for that. You went to You asked.
Yeah, he did.
Date about that. He probably was. I don't know. I don't even want to say. Good night, brother. I just can't imagine no brother arguing with another man about something that's clearly homosexual.
Clearly, because that image now he tried to use that Newt is a woman, but on that image, it's two men.
That's a rod now.
Yeah, it was two rods, two beards, two rods. You understand? All of that. And then him and all the other people in the chat, that's the wrong image. Nah, there ain't nothing about no wrong image. This is a image from Kemet, and he admitted that that's who they're supposed to be, Newt and Gab. And Gab was the woman. Newt was the woman, and Gab was the man. Gab was on the ground. Newt was over in the air. And you still can't explain how the other one, how the actual man. That's why I said, okay, well, we'll go with what you're saying, if what you said is true. And we'll go with that, and we'll take that one off the table, and we'll go with the one that you know that's the man. And why he got his penis in his mouth, and he couldn't answer. He couldn't answer.
Because his penis was in his mouth.
You can't, right, you can't. What can you say? You know what I'm saying? Right, you can't talk with. He couldn't say nothing. You understand? He couldn't say nothing. You know, and that's terrible, man.
Salaki.
You know, go ahead, boy.
My thing about that, why does all the different chemic scholars have a different explanation when it comes to that?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That's how you know it's some bull crap.
Absolutely. You sure right about that, about. They all got their own version of what something is.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you sure right about that. They all do that. Why? Because it's bull, like you said. You understand? It's a bunch of bull. You know, if it was true. And then he tried to make a point to say that it was made up. It still was what they worship, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't the point about it being made up or not. You know? You can't take away from the fact that this is who they looked up to as their gods.
Right.
You can't take away from that. and their God had his rod in his mouth.
Yeah.
You understand? Their God had his rod in his mouth. You know? So that's terrible. But then when he came with the Bible, oh man, he really thought he had the Bible. Boy, he thought he had it all figured out. Oh, he made himself look bad with them articles, man. You know? The thing, like I said, when the sister Naomi and Ruth, you know, that mother and that daughter-in-law and the other daughter-in-law, when they lost their husbands, you understand, they didn't want to leave the woman because it said that they all started mourning together. You understand? Right. They all came together and started wailing and crying out. That's what they do, you know. And then depending on how long they was together, you know, and both of the men died, you know, they probably had a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? Probably had a decent relationship with their mother-in-law. You know, to where she said, "No, I want to stay with you." You know what I mean? Where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go back home? No, I want to stay with you. And it don't say nothing about no lesbian, nothing with them.
Right.
It's not even in there. Oh, you know what the one that he really killed himself on, Q?
Which one was that?
Is when he said in the Greek, there was a word used that meant woman boy or something like that.
That what the people saying? It started with a P.
Yeah, God. Now here's the thing. When I asked him, what word is that in the English that mean the woman boy in those scriptures, and he couldn't come up with it. He couldn't come up with it at all. Why? Because it don't exist. Right. If it's translated, if it's in the Greek, and that word mean woman boy, we supposed to see an English word that mean woman boy.
Right.
And what was that? He put Matthew 8:5-13. Ain't none of those words in there mean nothing about no woman boy. All of that nonsense was made up completely. You understand? Made up completely. And that was terrible, man. You know what I mean? That was terrible. So, and he admitted that he don't know. You don't tell me that's for me to figure out. Damn. We already got it figured out.
Right.
We know that the centurion. Go ahead.
My bad, Salakia. I was gonna ask you about posting images. Can I put an image up on here?
Oh, go ahead.
It might be, homosexual in nature, but what I'm trying to. I don't know. Hold on, maybe I might be able to do it better from sharing my screen. But I'm gonna try to see if I can share it from my phone. Let's see.
God, no sweat.
Can this be seen?
God, yeah, I can see it. That's terrible.
This is out of sub-Saharan. These are like statues. And there's many of these. There are many of these statues throughout Africa. So.
Oh, you froze up again, Q.
So can you hear me?
Okay, good. You back. Go ahead.
You can go and Google, you know what I'm saying, just their kingdoms and just look for homosexual images. They have statues with phalluses that they're putting up against other men, and other men is, worshiping another man's phallus. These things is just something that's conducive to Egypt, their gods, Africa, their gods. It's just a part of the culture.
Right.
So what has to happen is that they have to get out of that goddamn they have to get out of that fairy tale as if everything great came out of Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until they realize that, they see kings and they see queens and they put the black face on it because we've been so beat down here. We feel that we don't have a great culture. We look for something that says we're great, so they just don't even consider anything that went on in that area except for what showed thrown as us as greatness. When they put that black skin and they put a crown on it, oh, we were kings, we were the gods, we were this. But what you have to do is actually research the goddamn area. And you'll find out is that it's not all queens and kings. So it's a ton of homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even part of our culture. We've never been a part of this type of culture. The filthiness that comes with this has never been a part of blacks, Hispanics, and natives. So then you have to really look and ask yourself, is this truly black people? Just because they got dark skin don't make them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like, it doesn't make them us simply because they have dark skin. And our people are, like I said, they're constantly beguiled by the tricks of the so-called oppressor, the so-called white man, because he is good at manipulating history. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we get got all the time, man, and don't be knowing we falling right into their hands. Like, if this was really our culture, do you think they would give it back to us? Right. You know what I'm saying? The minute the ISU became the Commander General, Hunter had to actually go search and take it. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, we're going to take the kingdom. We have to take back our culture. We have to take back our government. We have to take back our records. They're not going to give us anything, but they're free willingly giving you Kemet. You can have all the Kemet you want. You know what I'm saying? But as you see, when you get Kemet, you'll find out that it's connected to tons of sexual immorality, tons of homosexuality, tons of things that does nothing to fix black people. You might as well be a flat earther or something. You know what I mean? With that being said, that's all I had to say, sir.
They're right. I mean, it was just terrible, you know. And then when he pulled the Talmud and said that Israelites made the Talmud out, and said that was a part. He pulled the where the Jewish rabbis was pouring the wine on the baby's penises and sucking it off. You understand? And you know, every rabbi, that one, I forgot his name, but that one that was giving them kids herpes. You understand? He was a devil. He wasn't an Israelite. You understand?
Right.
He was an oppressor. And that's part of our oppressor's culture. And you heard him when he said, but I asked him, where is that at in the Bible? You're using the Talmud to say that this is Israelite culture. Where is that in the Bible? It ain't in there.
Right.
It's not in there at all. Because that's not a part of our culture, man.
Right.
You understand? Right. I had two of my sons in the truth, and guess what I did not do? I ain't do nothing to their penis. I just made sure the doctor circumcised it. That's all. You understand? That's all I did. I wasn't trying to pour no wine on it. I wasn't trying to do it myself. And I for damn sure ain't thought about and ain't gonna never think about putting my mouth on them.
Right.
You understand? like that's not our culture. You know, and that was crazy to pull that. Knowing that Talmud and that incident, when you look them up, you understand, it's all oppressors.
Yep.
It's not even us. None of them. You know? None of them that actually do that mess is Israelites. So, I mean, man, he just really killed himself with that. You know, if you're going to bring out bring something that we actually do. You understand?
Right.
Bring some proof. And then he had the sister Neo X co-signing for him, talking about because King David had a lust problem, she think that she would be inclined to believe that him and Jonathan had something gay going on. When it don't say that, he definitely had a problem with Bathsheba. You understand?
Right.
He had an issue with her. He saw his sister and he had to have her. She was bad. You understand? But it don't say nothing about him being homosexual. You understand? It's just not in there. When King David even asks, what iniquity have I done? What sin have I done? You know? If they had something gay going on, you wouldn't ask no question. You understand? He wouldn't ask no question like that. And then he brought up the fact that Saul got jealous of him. It wasn't because of him being a gay lover with his son. It was because all the women was praising King David.
Right.
For him killing the Philistine. For him killing Goliath. You understand? And Saul didn't get the credit. You know? And Saul came up with all kinds of things where he was going to end up putting David to death. You know? So it's crazy though. You know? Like I said, but he failed again. You know? Miserably. You understand? Trying to prove the Bible to be gay. When, like I said, it's no homo.
Right.
I read the scripture where our God is against homosexuality. He said, thou shalt not lie with mankind as thou lie with a woman. Simple as that.
God.
And guess what you ain't supposed to be doing? You ain't supposed to be drawing no penises and no balls all on the wall.
Calm the cons.
You understand? That ain't Israelite culture.
Right.
That ain't our culture, but that is in Kemet in Egypt. You understand? Straight up. He said David thought Jonathan's love was better than Bathsheba's. Good damn night. Like I said, see, DMG, he's not a soldier. You understand? He's not a soldier, so he don't understand what it is. Even the white man understand what David and Jonathan went through as far as them being brothers and being warriors and soldiers together. You understand? Like when Jonathan turned around and gave him his armor. That's what he gave him. That's why I said he gave him his robe, his garments, and his bow and his sword and all of that. You understand? It didn't say he gave him his pants, his drawers, his wife beater, and all. You know what I'm saying? His underclothes. It didn't say none of that because that's not what happened. You know, DMG think that Israelites was walking around like them Kemet cats with a towel wrapped around them.
Right.
And nothing on under the towel. You understand? No shirt on, all that nonsense. Every picture and every image of them is they have dress. They have damn dress, man. You know what I mean? Now something is definitely fruity about you where you always got to take off your clothes. Every image of you is with you having on a towel. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. You know? And like I said, nothing that David and Jonathan did, you understand? They just don't, he don't know brotherhood. He don't understand that. You know? Think about on movies. You understand? To where when you got one person, they fighting it out. And then your partner sees somebody coming to kill you. And then you run over there and save your partner life. It happens on all the movies. You understand? On all the movies, this happens. Hell, it even happened on Woman King. Y'all see that part on Woman King? Where one of them sitting there warm, battling, you understand, fighting. And then some other cat was about to come over there and kill the woman. The other woman saw it. Her partner saw it and ran, jumped off her back and killed the dude, saved her life. You understand? That's what that type of thing was. That wasn't no love surpassing like David was saying, your sex is better than any woman that I ever been with. That's what's going through DMG head.
Right.
You understand?
You gotta see why when you got homosexual guys.
Man, exactly. Yeah. When your God homosexual, when that ankh homosexual, the ankh represents a penis and a vagina.
God.
And that's why I showed that one image of that the God, I forgot his name, but he was putting the ankh in another man's mouth. This the one got the dog head. You understand? This the one got the dog head. That's one of them gods. And he turned around and he putting the thing that mean life. I did say that it mean life, and it got the penis and the vagina right there hooked up together, and he putting it in the man's mouth. He putting the penis and the vagina in the mouth. Yeah.
Balls.
Yeah, balls. Absolutely. You understand? And he turned around and oh my God. I mean, I feel so bad for my brother last night, man. I was like, damn, man, like who gave him these bullshit ass articles? You know what I mean? Who gave him
You got
these
to
articles,
Wikipedia
huh?
articles.
Man, good night.
I'm
You know?
surprised he didn't whip out the Queen James Bible.
Oh man, he probably was gonna get that too. And then he turned when he tried to make that excuse for Seth and Haru. You know what I'm saying? When Seth tried to rape the he gonna say that wasn't gay. He said that was more towards molestation. Cause that was his nephew. Like that ain't gay. You trying to rape a man? I ain't never in my life had no beef with no man and said, you know what? I'm gonna hit that. That's how I'm gonna get him back. But those Kemet gods, they do. That's how they get you back from the back.
Right.
You understand? That's how they get you back. I'm gonna get you back from the back. Watch this. Oh, hey, that was weird as hell. You know. Hey, Q, had me looking at my brother like this. Like, oh, what did you just say? Did that nigga just? Oh man, did he just say? Did he just say that? Oh, brother, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, that was crazy.
That brother been doing this with the UPK for too long for him to still be going for
that. Man, he should.
There's no way he's still going for that, man. You should have been in something in your head should have been kicked in by now. Like, nah, this ain't right. This is too much, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too much.
Right, and look, he said the poll said 95% to my 4%. Man, you had the LGBT community on your side.
Man.
You understand? Of course they gonna say that. You know, but what he didn't do, and like he could not explain why they even had those images. We ain't got no penises drawn on nothing.
Right.
We ain't got no rods hanging out, balls swinging nowhere.
Right.
But ancient Kemet do.
And
you got to try to explain why they happen.
God, I mean, we had plenty of paintings. We got plenty of historical paintings and references.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna find nothing like that. We got old school paintings of the Garden of Eden. We got maps. We got.
Damn right. Look. Hey, look, Q. I was just gonna say I got about 20 of them hanging up on the walls right now, and I don't see nobody with their rod hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Ancient images, and I don't see nobody with their penis shooting at their mouth. You understand? I don't see nobody with their rod hanging out. Everybody got on clothes. Old images. You understand? Ancient images. They all are covered up and ain't got nothing exposed. Why? Because that's not our culture. But that is that funny Kemet culture though. You understand? It definitely is Kemet's culture to turn around and let it all hang out. You understand?
Like the gods, them gods didn't consider the priests like their priests. Like what are they supposed? Like you gave your priest a hell of a hard time. Like how are they supposed to explain this? You know, that's why you say every last one of them you talk to, they got different things they try to explain. Like Officer Barn brought out.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them explain it different. Like it's something else. It's some other philosophy. It means this. It means that. Like you and they gave. Your God gave you a hell of a time to try to convince somebody to worship you. You know what I mean? Our God didn't make it that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, our scriptures are not to no private interpretation. You know what I'm saying? Like, for y'all got a private interpretation. You talk to one cat, you talk to a so-called cat, been doing it for 30, 40 years. He gonna tell you some old long drawn out breakdown, and still the conclusion is y'all gay. So like, then the cat that comes just now come in and he try to explain away like that's not even what it is. This. You know? And back then, homosexuality was thought to be a higher level of consciousness and all this old nonsense, man. It meant the same thing then as it meant today. You know what I'm saying? Old Sodom and Gomorrah ain't never changed, man. It's the same as it was yesterday as it is today, man.
Damn right.
But your God has you fumbling explain all explain his sexual deviance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Leave it up to you and the integrity of a man to try to expound on why I'm worshiping this God, man. When you just understand it, gay, man. Ain't nothing to try to explain. It's just gay.
Right.
No, man. I wonder if he would go through that kind of hell if a female came out one day and said, "Hey, man, your partner that you been hanging with, he on the down low. He just run off from. Oh man, I don't hang with that nigga. Oh man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He would run the hell off. Or when he sit there and say, well, you know, really, it's some philosophy behind his
right.
you know, you know. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna just run off. But here you are trying to explain to the world as they watch this homosexual guy. Come on. Cut it the hell out.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And the Bible don't even say nothing about our God sitting on the throne with his rod hanging out. You understand? And we definitely ain't got no pictures of him sitting on the throne with his rod. That's disrespectful as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
This your God, nigga. I'm not worried about the Most High rod. You understand what I'm saying? The only rod I'm concerned with is my own. You know what I mean?
That's what
and that's our culture. That's how all of us are. You understand? Like we ain't never had no conversations about our rods. Ain't no brother ever came to me nothing about, you know, my rod, you know what I'm saying, this long, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, I got this many women, and you know, we ain't never talked about, we don't have to explain that. You understand? We don't have to turn around and make up nothing, you know what I'm saying, for a discussion, because guess what? I don't care about what you do, long as you ain't gay. You understand? Right. That's the only thing I care about. You understand? But that rod of yours, brother, hey, have at it. You understand? Long as you ain't treating sisters like whores and being a whoremonger, you know what I mean, sleeping with women and throwing them away, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Right.
You
understand?
Keep it clean. That's all I'm gonna try to say. Keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? You put on everything. This guy got you. You doing all kind of madness with your rod. Our God says, keep it clean. That's all. Give it to a sister. Keep it clean. I don't know what the hell kind of guy.
Oh man, hold on. Now look, he said he is a historian. I'm a historian. The only thing I did was explain the truth. Brother, you did not explain the truth at all. And then I'm gonna have to question, you understand, you being a historian, because you didn't even read the Bible behind those articles. Because if you did, you would have got the gist of the stories, and you could have said, "No, this ain't gay. This don't say that they was actually gay. This word that's in Greek ain't translated into English as woman boy, as gay lover." You understand? Those men was not actually laying down,
right,
and laying on his chest. Like on Tony video, lay your head on my pillow. That's not what took place. It said they was eating. And just like what niggas do when they hang out, they get to talking. They get to drinking. They standing up, they sitting down. And if somebody heard something like, one of y'all gonna betray me, you already know you going, hey, hold on, which one of it? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous, man. You understand? He was leaning on him, talking to him. When he said he was laying on his chest, he was on him, in his ear, asking him, who is it? Which one of us is it? That's what it was, man. Not no gay, nothing. You know? Not gay at all. So, you know, it is what it is. You understand? We are past the time a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Cause DMG, you did a horrible job, brother, trying to be a historian, man. You know, You did a horrible job coming with them. You gonna force the town mood on us. Now that was funny as hell. That was funny. And then you're gonna lie. You're not a good historian when you had to lie. You know, you taking up after our oppressor. That's what he do. He lie about every damn thing. And you were supposed to be honest. And you was not honest about Gabe's rod in his mouth. You was not honest about that. Come on with it, Q.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Allah, you sharing it?
You can't see it. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I
come
can pull it
on,
up.
share it.
Can he explain this image?
I think here it come.
Can you see it, sir?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me add it up here. Hold on. I'm adding it now.
I see it now that you put
Good night.
He's a historical scholar.
Good night.
Can you explain that image?
Ooh,
Wait.
that's disgusting.
Tell us the spirituality in this.
Good night. Oh man, he got some more. He got some more splaining to do. He got some more splaining to do. Q. Good night. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Tell him to give us the. You know. I'm gonna take that down. Don't take it down, Cap.
God, yeah, that's.
Some children or something watching.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I just want to see if he can explain that. It goes deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why he's playing with the Most High like that.
Good night. Especially when Kemet was known. I mean, you got them y'all images. You understand?
Telling you.
Them y'all images, man. You know, those are you all's paintings and artwork. You understand?
Right.
And then you know the women. I had some of those too, to where the women always had to walk around butt naked around other women, like the different stylists and makeup artists and all that. Those images. The women would be there dressed, sitting there, you know what I'm saying, having on a dress, but then the women that got to work for them, it's like it was butt naked. The ones that's coming in, it was like 3 or 4 of them sitting down in some chairs. You understand? I guess finna get a manicure or a pedicure, and then here come the goddamn women butt naked, about 6 of them. You know, like why do you have other women working for you with no clothes on? You understand?
Right.
Like, that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Yeah. But, hey, you know, you see he tried to explain himself last night, and he couldn't. You know, he could not explain why they had them gay images. You understand?
He time back in and said he a story.
No, you know he gonna gloss over that one like he did Gabe.
Right.
You know what I mean? he still ain't explained why Gabe had his rod in his mouth. He still ain't explained that.
Dang.
You understand? And like, I mean, what straight man would want to have to explain that? You know what I mean? I'm not explaining or making no excuse for no gay mess. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you,
I'm not
doing it. It make you seem suspect to try to explain it away.
I'm telling you, make me look.
Hey, so like,
What did he say?
You remember when Sonic? Hey, you remember when Sonic told Captain Joy?
Yes.
He did a little bit on his hand, he had to wipe his
Oh my God.
Yeah. You say you had a wet. You say if you had.
Come back from explanations like that.
No, you can't. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Sonetta said if you had a wet drink and it got on your hand and you accidentally wiped it on your mouth.
Oh my God. Now that.
Like, good.
And see, that's from you. That's from you worshiping a gay God.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have no. Look, my dreams get fulfilled around here. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
I don't have no goddamn dreams, especially when I gotta wipe nothing on my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, but goddamn, you know. Yeah, I remember when he said that.
Yeah.
Boy, hey.
You cats and Kimmit, boy.
Hey,
Y'all,
I'm telling you.
y'all drowning in gay propaganda.
I'm telling you, that was
Y'all
terrible.
out.
Yeah, they already turned out.
Right.
See, they already turned out. Like he said, you have a wet dream and you get a little cum on your hands and you wipe your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, have mercy.
Yeah.
So in other words, he tasting it, huh?
Yeah, he tasted it.
Good.
He
God
definitely
damn
tasted it.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. You know, wiping your mouth, so it went in there.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You know.
What Jeremiah Hyman always say? Well, let's move it on.
All right. I got to get out of here. I got to go. What else you want from me?
Right.
Jeremiah Hyman, what else you want from me, out? You know what I'm saying? Look, it is what it is. It's balls on the walls. Like, what do you want?
Ball
You know what I'm
juice.
saying?
It's ball juice on the wall.
Oh, man. Hey, look, we out of here, y'all. Look. Kemet is gay. Israel is not. You understand? The gods in Egypt is gay. The God of the Bible is not.
Right.
You understand? Naomi and Ruth was not lesbians. David and Jonathan was not gay. Christ and the centurion was not gay. Christ and the disciples was not gay. You understand? It just didn't happen. The Bible said that Christ committed no sin. So how could he have been gay?
Right.
How could he? Christians love to say he's the only one that's sinless. So if he's sinless, how could he have been gay with somebody else? You know, they just making up stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? To make themselves right. And he just Googled that nonsense, you understand? And pulled some wrong and dumb articles. I couldn't believe he did that. I was really shocked that he pulled that out. And then I was even more shocked when he did not actually read the scripture to see what that so-called scholar was saying, and see was it in the Bible, to see where if sucking on babies' penises and pouring wine on them was that in the Bible too. Let me see that in here before I just lie and say that the Babylonian Talmud was written by Israelites. You're not much of a historian if you have to lie. Because you lied when you said that. You're not a historian when you say that that's Israelite culture. You got to go to the Bible to where the Israelites started at. They didn't start in the Talmud. You got to go in the Bible. So find me where anybody circumcised somebody and they put their mouth on them. You can't. You can't. To say Abraham did that, you lied. It don't say Abraham did that. To say Abraham had a man, his hand under his thigh meant rub his leg. To say that, you lied, because that's not what that's talking about.
Right.
You know, so, but it is what it is. But it was a decent discussion. It was long, and I was getting sick through the whole doggone thing, man.
Right.
I was in sick twice. You know what I'm saying? I was coming down with a cold, and I was getting tired of hearing all that LGBT rhetoric, man. You know what I'm saying? I was getting tired of hearing that. You know, to where first I gotta hear the brother support while his what you say, balls juice everywhere, man.
All over the walls.
All over the walls. I gotta hear a brother that's straight explain why it's ball juice everywhere. Then try to force the gay mess in the Bible when it's not even there. You know, those stories and those things did not even happen and exist. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Till next time, we got to get another discussion going. You understand? We got to figure out something else. You know, because so far, you know, the last two that we had, man, they've been good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said what he lied about. You lied about the Talmud, brother. You lied about the Talmud being written by Israelites, and you lied about the circumcision that Jewish rabbi was doing. You understand? Where he was pouring wine on them babies and sucking their penis. You lied and said that was Israelite culture when it wasn't. You understand? When it wasn't. So, you know, that's what you lied about.
How he speaking now? So he didn't see them. He didn't see them statues.
Huh?
He
Man,
was crickets when them statues was up there.
Man, yeah.
That's what he lied about.
Right.
Statues of these folks. You won't talk. Talk about this statue.
You know they gonna talk about.
Don't ask no questions about the Bible, but we can tell you have no. What you do know. You know this homosexuality in Kemet. Let's talk about these statues over there with your people.
Man.
Let's talk about that. And furthermore, ISUPK got more pressing business, man. Bring up some topics or something that can help black people, man, instead of this nonsense you bringing out, these idiots you bringing up talking about they scholars and one. With some scholarship, brother. This brother has a ton and a wealth of knowledge that he can actually bring out and help these people that you call your audience. Because right now they just soothsayers. If they saying you won, they are definitely soothsayers. They are not audience. They just there to hold you. They hold you. You know what? I guess that's obvious with Kimmy, what they hold. But
right.
what we need to do, man, is really bring up something, man, that can help black people, brother. Bring up something that can really raise us up, man. Because this brother got a wealth of knowledge that will help black people, man. We don't have time to play these types of games in the ISUPK, brother. Really come with some scholarship next time.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. And with that, you heard my brother Q. Now you know what to do. And the next whooping that we put on you, I'm guaranteeing you gonna go sue. He gonna sue us after this one. You know what I'm saying? Because he got hurt last night. You understand? He got hurt last night. But the next one, you understand? I know he gonna sue. You understand? He was like, man, the hell with that. You know, I can't keep having them making me look bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is what it is. You understand? And Shalom Israel at the water for everybody tuning in. You understand? At the water for my brothers holding it down with me. You understand? And let's get it. Shalom Israel.
Shalom.